What's up, know it alls? It's your girl, Arle Michelle, and the great Notty with The No Show, live at 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Welcome. Hey, Notty.
What's going on, Arle?
What it is, yo. What's up? Hey,
Can a
all the
brother
people
get
out there,
in
know it
them
all.
goods? Oh,
I always keep saying that and then realize it's too much. And I go, oh, that's not the part I'm supposed to be
does
singing.
not.
It's like the first time I heard I can't think of whose song it was. Oh, I know. When I did through my parents a joint birthday party one year, me and my cousin wanted to hear, was it Bag That Thing Up? I don't remember
A,
what it was.
a
But
joint
we had
birthday
always
party?
listened, huh?
Like 420 party?
No, we didn't have no 420 party.
Oh, I thought you
Not my
said a
mom and
joint.
daddy.
Oh,
No, I
not
had
a.
a
Oh,
no, I had
okay.
a party
Right.
with mama and daddy together instead of
Okay.
separate
No
birthdays.
weed,
We had
though.
a group party. And
Okay.
Lord, my parents on weed, I would die. But
Oh, that's
they played
hilarious.
one, I think it was Back That Thing Up. And man, we out on dance floor and you hear the real words. You're like, oh, oh, oh. And my
Right.
grandma, everybody's going, oh, everybody clutching pearls. I had never heard the real words. So I was like, oh, my bad. That's not what was on the radio when I listened. I'm so
How
sorry.
you had never heard the real words before?
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I can be my good friends, my best friend, may he rest in heaven. Roger Crochet Johnson used to say, man, you the blackest blonde I ever met in my life. He said stuff just be going over your head, just over. So
Right.
I go with that. Sometimes it can just
Just go right
I'd be
on
like,
over
what?
there.
Oh my, and then I go, oh. So that's what the player get in them guts. I was like, oh, that's what they saying. I just be going, what it is, yo. What's up? And it gives people the wrong impression. No, I'm not trying to be a fast girl.
Oh, nothing. Well, I guess that's
I'm
a
not trying to be
positive
no run
thing.
through, as you say.
Ain't nothing wrong with being some run through.
Teal dog, I didn't get down to put it in your mouth. I did not. I push it. Push it real good. Bum, ba-da, bum, bum, bum. Ow! And I'll take your man, wherever you feel like it. But I guess I got to think about how did
Yeah,
I take that?
exactly. How did you
What
take
did
that
I do?
man?
See, I
Right.
didn't go that far in the story. I just
Right.
went to the beat. You
Right.
know. So yeah. So how you doing this week? How's your Monday, Tuesday, and hump day? Put a hump in your back and lift.
Man, it's been busy. It's been busy. I
I thought we had that.
just got finished. I had to squeeze a workout in before the show
Oh,
because if not, then I was gonna miss 2 days and I could miss 2 days. So
does it make you feel
I,
bad when you don't work out?
it don't make me feel bad, but it's like I'm not keeping up with my goals and my lifestyle. It's like I need to get it in when it's scheduled to be done. But sometimes I have to work, and that work take me over the time, and then I just don't have the time to do it. So I try to fit it in where I can get it in. At
Ah, I don't feel guilty when I don't work out. I did go do 2 miles yesterday. I was so proud of myself. I was like, I need to get out, get some fresh air. And it was a pretty day. And I went and did my walk run 2 miles. And I was like, yes. But I didn't do it today. I'm gonna try to go back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get every other day. I'm try.
yeah, I mean, all you can do is the best you can. At the end
Ooh,
of the day,
sometimes my daddy say, "Ooh, if that's all the best you got. You don't need to do no more." He hurt you. My daddy hurt your feelings, child. He'll hurt your feelings.
right?
But
Sometimes
yes,
the truth will hurt you sometimes,
he was too.
but it will set you, the truth and the way and the light.
Well,
That's what
sometimes,
I.
but it's a weight, and I've said this, and my mama used to always say this, and I know everybody else out there in the chat heard their mama probably say this too. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you say things to people that are not kind, or if you say it in a way they can't receive it, you might as well keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's hard to sugarcoat things.
Well, y'all need to try
Sometimes the
harder.
only way to send that message is if you just say it the way it is. Otherwise, people will say, "Well, you didn't tell me that." They try to interpret it the way that they think you said it, and then they're like, "You didn't tell me that." I did tell you, but I was trying to be kind with it. But I guess I just should have told you. You got a booger in your nose, take it out.
Right. You could always go, and then
Right,
they know
right.
everybody knows this universal sign was like, oh, it's something
No,
in my nose.
ain't
Girl.
no, they ain't use because you do that to some people. They were like, "Oh, you got that white, you
I
got
don't
that
live
white
in that.
girl, you got that white girl."
I don't live in that world. Cocaine. gets inside your brain, play to you like a
Yeah,
lion. Anyway, so we got a
maybe you
hot show
close,
for y'all
maybe
tonight.
you
Hot
close out
stuff.
to it. Yeah, we got some stuff to
My
talk
glass is
about. We got some stuff to talk about today on the show. I did go to a joint town hall meeting. I mean, wasn't no weed in there either, but it was a joint town hall meeting on
Probably somebody had some weed. Somebody had some
was that
weed.
Monday? Yeah, Monday I went to Cobb County with CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson. And just went to see what was going on in the community and that type of thing. And it was a nice little turnout. It was actually full. She was surprised. She said this is the first time it's ever been this full.
Yes. Shout
So
out
that
to the
that is
people
a
getting out
that is a
there.
positive thing. Felt like I was in the old folk home. I was the youngest person there. A lot of
Oh wow.
elderly people, older people there, I would say. But young people got to start going to this kind of stuff early because we talked about a couple like the homestead tax, but they got a bill called the HB 581, which could replace. Well, it won't replace the Homestead Act, but it'll allow people to have a fixed rate on their property tax. And so it was
That
one
would be
thing,
very
going on
helpful.
opting in, opting out. But after they did that, discuss that, it was talk about the budget for the Cobb County, and they was explaining they had a $1.8 billion budget, where the money goes, and some of their proposed plans. And I took issue. I think I might have been the only one. I don't know. I talked to the COO after the program had ended, but one of my issues was they want to give police officer raises because according to them, there's a shortage of police officers.
There
So
are.
to incentivize more people becoming police officers, they want to offer them raises, and that was a concern for me because I don't understand how you can give somebody a raise if the qualifications remain the same. Now, if you increase the qualifications or you have some sort of police reform, then and you're gonna have better police officers on the street, then I'm all about giving police officers raises. But just to give raises, just to incentivize people to become police officers, but the quality of the police officer doesn't change, then I have an issue with that. Um, Also, I had concerns about the plans to decrease crime outside of arresting everybody. Like, what are programs we can institute to assist in crime reduction, improvement of the school system and the curriculum? What I realized in the meeting is a lot of older people, they're so afraid. They're afraid of everything. They're afraid of life. They're particularly afraid of young black men. And these are black people. And they're okay with just lock them all up. We'll feel safer if you just lock them all up. And that's just sad to me. I don't agree with that. I think as I was talking to Mr. Zach Williams after the congregation had kind of let out, I want to be part of the conversation to talk about other alternatives that we can put in place to reduce crime and help young people have something else to do. Because like he said, he from Compton, and if they don't have nothing to do, they're gonna make money one way or the other.
Right.
Right. So it's one thing to try to institute having skills and that type of thing, but what ways you gonna go about it? A lot of the stuff that we're doing in 2025 is outdated. They were doing the same thing in 1960, especially when it comes to the school system. So I just think we have to put our minds together, and we need to. That's what I'm saying. Young people have to come in too, so they can have a voice. Right now, they don't have a voice because they're not showing up. They're not involved in the process, so they don't really know what's going on. And another thing I was concerned with, people call the ambulance. People have medical emergencies. They call 911, and you ambulance might take 2 hours to get there, or they might not show up. You better off having somebody throw you in the car and try to rush you to the hospital, and that's a concern. But we're not talking about using some of the budget to offset that issue. So it was just a few issues I had concerns with, but you know, as long as we stay a part of what's going on and know what's going on, then we can have a voice and we can actually go in and talk about things. But politics is kind of really complicated because
Like complicated,
no
very.
one person can get anything done.
Nope.
It takes a whole bunch of people working in
Why
unison
they call it
to get
political red
anything
tape.
done. Right.
But I think I disagree with the whole don't give money to. So I feel like teachers, I feel like service personnel, and we learned that during the pandemic, are all underpaid, period. So giving them a raise to incentivize, they should have had that money, in my opinion, a long time ago. I'm not talking about
Right.
cops who out here bashing our heads in, or nurses who the other part is in education. We're not encouraging our children. While I agree that you should have your own business, but there are certain skill sets we need as a society. We
I
need
agree.
nurses and doctors.
Right.
We need healthcare professionals, and we're not encouraging our children to even like science. We're encouraging them all to be strippers and rappers, so, and TikTok dancers. Boop, 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 boop.
Right. Well,
And so
that's just
nobody going to school to educate themselves on how, even if you were going to a naturopath school to learn like different herbs and things that could help you. I was about to say herbs and spices. That is not right. But
herbs and
herb,
spices are
different
good.
herb, right. Herbs and spices are good. Maybe not
Right.
on my heart attack though. But we don't know. Like I think about the basic stuff that young men don't know now, like how to change a tire, how to check your oil. These kids will rather just dump the car and buy a new one than keep up maintenance. Like we just
Hmm.
have too many people who want quick instant fixes. So going to school takes too long. And there are some things you just got to go to school for. You can't just, I'm gonna learn how to, I mean, even
Right.
healers in the day would be under an apprentice. They would apprentice under somebody before you just
Hmm.
let them out to heal the nation, or your community, or your tribe. So I think in terms of, I just think there are a lot of people. We're not encouraging certain things. We're not even encouraging stuff like plumbing, and you can get your
Right.
own business with that. You can.
Right.
I need a plumber. I am not. I mean, I
Right.
can YouTube it, but oh my God, it's gonna take me so much longer than a qualified human being who can come in and do it. So I think education system is broken in that regard.
Right.
When I was looking at Black history stuff, was talking about WEB. Was it W.E.B. Du Bois? I think it was Du Bois and Booker T. Washington had some differences. Washington wanted the Atlanta Compromise, and we gonna teach everybody how to do, manual labor. And WEB was like, no, we're not about to be doing all this manual labor. We're gonna be the talented 10th, the educated group. He was in, so I just think but there's something for everybody. Not meant to go to a 4-year college, and everybody's not meant to be a
Correct.
plumber or a HVAC person. It's gifts
Right.
and talents we have inside of us. So I think I think our service personnel need more money.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we should use some of that budget to change the curriculum in the school or and institute different programs that can, like you said, teach them how to do different things. But we got to understand that it's 2025. One thing, and this is a radical idea maybe, but a lot of these kids are in it's the video game era. And at this point, you can make a lot of money playing video games,
Yeah.
developing software.
But how is
We
that
should
going to
have
help me get a better person to come when I got a heart attack and I need the ambulance to come? How's that
yeah,
going to
like I
help?
said, we definitely need to do the, like I said, put more funding toward the hospitals and the AMR or the emergency medical service people. I agree with that. It shouldn't, you shouldn't call 911 and have to wait 2 hours to get an ambulance. But as the COO Zachary Williams was telling me, a lot of the issue is people are calling 911 for things that are not medical
Right.
emergencies. You know,
Yep.
some fell on their toe and they toe hurt, and they
Yeah.
call 911. That's taken away from the people who are really having medical emergencies. So it's a lot of different things to discuss, but we just have to make sure that we're a part of that discussion, or else they just gonna do what they won't
Absolutely.
do.
And I think, but I will say this, for some of the systems, some of the school programming, they have career academies. And like there are children who can get their CNAs before they even graduate, so that you can go into nursing when you get ready to go like to an accredited program. They have drafting, like stuff that goes into that CAD, I think it is, with the making video games and all that stuff. So there's some programs out there that's available for. I just don't know if our children take that stuff seriously enough. Because again, like I think Mocha Bella said in here, these kids are the TikTok and YouTube generation. They just want to make money right now. If I shake my booty good enough and make a lot of money, but then who's teaching them finances and how to, keep your
Right,
money so that you have it for long term, don't get into debt.
right,
So there's so many parts that I think are
right.
important, and we wish we could do it from our homes. I wish that everybody had the capability to at least give you some kind of guidance to start off at the house, because it starts at home. But if all
Right.
you see as soon as my mama get it in her hand or my daddy get it in his hand and he pay it out, you grow up to be an adult who does that same thing. So there are a lot of parts to that. I
Yeah.
wish schools, and I know people challenge me on this often. I wish there was parent university. I'm not trying to tell you how to parent your child individually. I'm trying to tell you some global things that would be helpful to your parent. Like if you start an LLC parent, put your child on your credit so that they can start growing their credit early. So when they get old enough, they start their own business. They already have great credit score and they already have the ability, but nobody's teaching that kind of stuff.
Well, a lot of parents don't even
They don't know that.
they're
That's
lacking
what I said. We
education
need
in that
parent
department
university.
too. Um, that's why I mean most of the budget money that comes from your county comes from property tax. So once
And
they
our
take the
neighborhoods
property,
don't have that.
right? So that's where the money coming in. So this is the people's money that they're creating a budget for. Part of this budget should be to have educational reformation, change the curriculum, have finances be a part of the curriculum. Get back to when you had wood shop and you have plumbing, you have mechanics in the school, but they don't teach things in school that people really need to know. They teach a lot of indoctrination and programming. We don't need to know. I'm sorry, we don't need to know about King George in Europe. We don't need to know about that. Let's take that out. No, that's a lot of stuff that we just don't need to know that we learn about in school, and replace that with the things that we our children need to know to develop going forward.
I agree
And
with
while
that.
they're learning,
Necessary.
they can also be helping the parents learn because they're bringing that home and like, this is what I got, and this is how this works. Did you know this works like this? I mean, the conversation at home. I mean, a lot starts at home.
Absolutely. But if
Sunday
my
dinner,
parents don't
Sunday
know
dinner used to
anything,
be a thing back in the day, but it's
it's
not a
still a
thing
thing.
no
And
more.
we made my brother name one of his albums Sunday Dinner because we do that. We used to do it every Sunday. When mama had cancer, we kind of stopped it because we were just busy. Like we were still trying to get together, but it wasn't the same. So yeah, my family has been doing that for before I was born. But what you're saying is absolutely correct. We gotta some stuff has to change, but I think we're dumbing down like generation. Every generation is supposed to get smarter. They say this is the first generation of white males who are not doing better than their fathers.
Right.
We're continuing, so that's a problem. They're mad about that, but we're continuing not to hold our kids to any kind of standard. I saw a girl on YouTube the other day or TikTok or somewhere saying, when we gonna bring back women who act like ladies? Like that's a thing. I think we should. I mean, I liked when we had some sense about it, some class. That's what she said. When we're gonna bring back women with class, we just need to hold people accountable. And I'm not saying you got to walk around with pearls in your mouth closed and not saying anything, but just all this fighting in the street, all of us, that's just too much.
Right.
We got to
Right.
get back to a different place.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe it's right around the corner. I'm hopeful.
Yep.
I'm hopeful. Arlie,
Yes.
since a lot of ratchet stuff been going on, we gotta talk about it. Cause
Let's
you know,
talk about
you
it.
let me tell you something. You remember I
Let's
did
talk about it.
the cockroach story on the
Yes,
stew the
we
other
were
day.
all sufficiently disgusted. Pictures and all.
Right,
It was too much.
right. It was a great story, but it was one of them
No.
stories that you gotta scour the earth to find out. And you know that on the nightcap with um Shannon and Ocho, I just saw this last night. They did that story. I said, man, where these folks get that story from? Man, ain't
They
nobody else
talk
talk
about
about.
they watch us. Tree has said for years, if you watch them, they watch our show and then they go do. I know people that doing
Right.
top fives. I know people doing all the
They
stuff
right.
we do.
They start doing top five. They renamed it. They don't call it top five. They call it rough draft. But it's the same premises. They do a top five, and then the people in the chat vote on who got the best top five. Ocho, and I was like, come on, man. That's the
They
stool do
copying.
the top 5. Ain't nobody else doing the top 5. I mean, so folk continue to bite, but I guess that's a good thing that they paying attention and they seeing what's going on, you know. But one story that everybody's been talking about, and we're gonna do this on the Great Relate. You gonna sing your song?
Ooh, great relate. It's a great relate. Shut Ooh, it's the. That's how to get to the mic. Ooh, it's the great relate. That's how you sing when you're in the studio. You gotta be in it. Pop, 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 pop. Okay.
Yeah, this story involves former football player Steve Smith Sr. You heard this? You heard about this story?
Yes, I have heard about it and I have plenty of thoughts on it. I'm gonna tell you how
I
my
got
brain
plenty of
is
thought,
circular.
but I do want to hear your thoughts. First, let me start off by uh because the dude, okay, let me just set up what happened for
See the
those
do,
who
see the do.
those people who've been in the cave for the last 4 5 days. Steve Smith Sr., ex Carolina Panther, ex Baltimore Ravens, apparently slept with this guy's wife. So the guy he got
Hey,
upset. He hit up Steve Smith. He let him know, man, you've been screwing my wife. Here's the video.
Hey, yo, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro. What you gotta say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You fucking knew she was married. You're not a fucking idiot, man. You're fucking Steve Smith Sr. What kind of dumb shit was that? Why are you quiet, man? Be a fucking man.
Yeah, so
so I
Steve
think
Smith didn't say
now let
nothing
me say
after
this.
that.
I don't think he said I'm sorry. Like he's like, I'm sorry, like I didn't hear you. That's what I think he's saying. Not I'm sorry, I screwed your wife. Because he didn't say, who is this? Like I think he said,
I think he knew
no,
who
John,
it
I don't
was.
think he was saying I'm sorry for screwing your wife. You don't admit that right off the rip. I think he was saying, I'm sorry. Like, what did you just say? You fucking my wife, bro. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know,
What?
Arla. I think he subtly apologized, but I don't know. You might be right. I never thought about it
I
from the
wouldn't do
angle.
it.
You know what? Let me just hear that one more time, just so I can
He like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm
just
sorry.
so I can.
Hey, yo, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro. What you gotta say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Oh
I
no,
don't feel
Arla.
like he
That
was like, I'm
sounds like
sorry.
an
Like, I'm
apology,
sorry comes
Arla.
like, I'm sorry. It felt more like I'm sorry. Like, I don't even hear what you're talking
It
about.
sounded like he was in the middle of some like rest or something. Maybe he was in the. I don't know where that woman was. He might have been right there with it when he was on the phone. I don't know. I think that was her phone though. I think that's the only reason why he answered because he had been calling from her phone because somehow he got her phone, he got all the texts, and man, some of these texts were brutal. I'm
Yeah, I
saying
mean, it's
brutal.
regular conversations with people that you doing what you do with. I
No, I
mean,
mean, I guess they are some regular conversations.
if
These,
you doing people, that's what y'all talking about. I want to do things. Is that the
what did he say?
turn you over and get deep inside? Yeah, that's what he want to do. You're so
Yeah,
hot.
she said he almost knocked the IUD out. Yeah, brother. So it might have to be a route for that.
Yeah, I don't know why they're still in her phone. Let me just ask that question.
I mean, obviously he had some suspicions of something was going on, so
No, I'm
had to
saying, why
check.
does she still have it in her phone?
Exactly. So she supposed to delete that immediately. Am I not correct on that?
Absolutely. And let me just say this as Looseneck said in the chat, all is so innocent. My dumb behind has done that before, not thinking anybody could get in my phone, and what they do, get in my phone. And I was so it feels like you've been attacked when somebody get in your phone. and I hadn't deleted enough because I just keep everything. I'm a hoarder by nature, so I got people's numbers in here who are deceased. I don't delete the phone number, like I just keep it. So yeah,
But I'm saying that's that man's wife.
I
He should have a right to
understand.
look at her phone.
Does it now?
Yeah, because when two people get married, they supposed to become one.
We just need to have one phone then. We don't need to have two separate phones. Let's just
Right.
keep
Yeah.
the
I
same
mean,
phone
you
here.
might
I,
well
I
have one
can't.
phone.
I can't. I don't want his phone. I don't want it. Lord, please,
I'm
I don't want to
saying
go
that
there.
she should have access to his phone too. Y'all one person.
That's
If
why I ain't gonna be married to.
if I
That's
ask
fine.
you for your phone and you don't give it to me, then we got a problem. You might as well
See,
go ahead and be
this what
screwing
this
with
dude
Steve
told me one
Spiller.
time, and it made so much sense to me. He was like, because we were talking, we were dating, and I wanted to know like what his thoughts are like. If you, because see, I've always, and I know this gonna sound real naive of me, I've always been one like my man cheated on me. I feel like perhaps there's some fault of me. Like let me look at me. Maybe I didn't do something, didn't
Right.
listen, and whatever. Or he could just be greedy. I don't know. But my first inclination is think, what did I do, not do, or whatever it was. So once we get past that, if it's a, and the dude was like, if it's a public, like everybody know it, they saw you out, they blah, 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 then we probably can't fix it. But if it's just me and you and it's private, we can probably work it out because I don't have the sting of like other people being in our business.
Right.
So that's kind of where I've always thought, like, if he just did it, now if he out there just disrespect me, which is disrespectful, he cheating on me in the first place, or me cheating on him. But if it was like a whole public, that's right. Because I've had friends who like they seen their husband out and he like, what you gonna do? I'm in here with my friend. What? And you like, oh, what? And the
Oh
friends be
no.
ready to jump him and stuff. And she stayed.
Oh
So
no. That's a wrap. That's
yeah, I don't.
disrespectful.
It is, but sometimes love.
That's grounds for dismissal. That's grounds for dismissal. And a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people talk about this on various podcasts and shows, and it's almost like everybody is completely exonerating Steve Smith for his role in the whole thing. And I can understand it. But at the same time, there's
Well,
principles and values
in
out here that people need to have to live by. I mean, you can get killed behind something like this.
You can. But in defense of that, let me say this. Just like I've told other people when that kind of thing happens, that his wife, Miss
Hmm.
Martinez, and that man, they the ones got married. Yes, Steve
Right.
stepped in, he was disrespectful, but I don't need to take my problem over to Steve. My
I
problem is with the
agree.
person I married because we walked down the aisle and stood in front of the judge or whatever thing we decided we were going to do. However, we got connected,
Correct.
then that's the problem. We always want to go after the other woman when your man the one over here clowning. We want to go after the man when the man the one, your man the one, your woman, whichever one, I'm trying to say.
Right. Right. Whichever
So
one. I
while
get
I
what you're saying.
understand going after Steve Smith, maybe people are exonerating him because or giving him less of a role in it because he need to check his wife. And now Steve got to go over here and get checked by
Right.
his wife.
Right. That's his wife and his kids. He got 4 kids and the wife. Most of his kids are pretty much grown. I mean, the young one, you
Right.
just got a lot of him and not let him know what really going on because it
Right.
might it might send him to therapy if he understood the truth. But this what I'm saying. I agree that old boy gotta check his wife, you know. But at the same time, I understand his hurt and where he coming from. You know,
Absolutely.
because when you marry a woman, you
Don't
put
no man want
everything
about a pen in their trees is what this dude used to
right.
tell me
You
all the
put
time. No
everything in.
man
You
pen in your
you have
trees.
made most people have made a vow to whatever God they serve. It, this is my woman. We won. All right, this is what we doing. I'm putting all my faith and her trust and loyalty into this woman, and for that to be violated, oh man, like I said, it's some men that out there that'll kill you over something like that. Now this is the Mr. Martinez. As you can see at the bottom, they met on Tinder, which
That's a red flag.
you know what I was thinking that same thing. That's a red flag. But then I'm like, okay, so it's Tinder and other dating sites. Are you not able to meet somebody there that you might fall in love with and get married? Or are those sites only to get smashed?
I always understood. Let me tell y'all a little story. Story time with Arle. So I
Right,
was hanging with some people when I was in law school. I was hanging with this guy. He's a homosexual male, cool dude, and this other girl, and we were studying together, but we go to get something to eat. This must have been after we took the bar or something. I don't remember. But we were in this restaurant. He was on Tinder, just like, oh my God, I'm on Tinder, blah, blah, blah. He was like, Arlie, you should get on there. I hadn't done my research. I didn't know Tinder was like it picks up where your like area, so it can put people in your area. I didn't know how none of that worked. Again, I'm so naive. So I was like, okay, I'm thinking it's a dating site. I get on and I started seeing people I knew from having grown up in Southwest Atlanta. And I was like, oh, and I had heard later, I hear people talking about how, when you go to a different city, you go on a Tinder and it pulls people in your area. But I didn't know that at the time. So I get on there and I'm seeing people I know. And I was like, and then somebody sent me a little whatever. I was like, oh no, I was literally on Tinder for like 7 minutes. I erased my account so I was like, because somebody's gonna see me on here and think I'm out here trying to one leg
right,
up. And I was
right.
like, oh my God.
I
So
never
yeah,
been on
I think
Tinder, but
Tinder is
go
just
ahead.
supposed to be for hookup, but like
Okay,
Match and all the other ones are supposed to be for relationships. But they say, I have a friend who's on there. She's like, it's so many married men on these sites, which is why they had
right,
that one. What I can't Madison, something Madison. It got hacked, and that's how a lot of married people's lives just got topsy-turvy, turned upside down, because they hacked the site and started sharing. It was for married people to go like date.
right.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, he was hurt, and he wanted to mess up what Steve Smith got going too.
Yep, you're like,
You
I ain't
know,
gonna be the only one. I just
right?
think
He,
that's
he threw some
just
shade in there.
necessary.
I mean, it's easy to say. I agree psychologically, mentally. It's not necessary, but I can't get into that man's shoes and his emotions on how he felt and how hurt he was. When
Right.
emotions are high, logic is low,
Oh yeah, all the time.
and
All the
so
time. It's a
he was
given.
hurt. Hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
So that what I'm saying is I might disagree with what he did, but I understand
Oh,
it's
absolutely. I fully get
exactly
it.
what he did. And if Steve Smith, it's terrible because I didn't know this, but I've been hearing that he's supposed to be some sort of pastor. Now I know he's an what they call
Even
evangelical Christian
evangelist.
or whatever, but he's supposed to be right. He's supposed to be some sort of pastor. You
But let me tell
first,
you
if
my
you
other
know
thoughts
this,
on
this
this.
my thing right here. If you know this man is married, okay,
Yep.
go ahead.
Okay, so let me tell you my other thought, because I sometimes I can be a conspiracy
I'm
theorist.
saying it.
So, huh? What'd you
Okay,
say? So
go
I
ahead.
was noticing that um I was like, oh, they keep talking about he was, played for the Carolina Panthers. He played for the Baltimore Ravens. And Justin Tucker has some stuff going on with the Baltimore Ravens. I just found it really interesting that,
Mm,
this all came out right now, and then the man pulled it back off, and then they trying to hush it up, and the Sun came out and said, sad that people are saying such hateful things and blah blah blah. But it's going to divert our attention yet again, because I saw a fan say, why is this not on the news like Deshaun? And this is about Justin Tucker's sexual misconduct
right,
allegations aren't being talked about like Deshaun Watson's allegations. And I went to try to search. I was like, let me see if the report that you read, like on sportsillustrated.com, for Deshaun Watson, very different than the report about Justin Tucker. Like, they didn't give you
right,
all the he's a high profile stats, but Justin Tucker, he's the best kicker in the world, and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, this is interesting. And
right,
Justin is at 16 or 17 allegations. Reports vary. Where Deshaun was, I think, at 24, 26,
right.
something like that. Either way,
Yeah,
Deshaun, of
26.
course, had more allegations, but Justin's are
Right.
just the exact same as just Deshaun. So I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
think they're just trying to throw this out there in the mix, and we're going to latch on to that so they can kind of investigate Justin under the radar, because that's all they're saying. It's very serious and concerning. That's all they're saying, and
Right.
they're investigating.
It's Justin Tucker and Deshaun Watson situations are not the same.
Why not? They both were
because
both massage therapists.
no,
They
I
both
mean
had,
that's correct. I mean, I think both of them had bogus cases. I think I think both of them are being railroaded by these women. I mean, Justin Tucker stuff happened between 2012 and 2016. Um, None of these supposed parlors have come out and say yes, we banned Justin Tucker.
now
If one
two
of
of
these
them did. I read an article
no,
that two of them
go
did.
ahead. I haven't seen. Well, if they came out and said, I haven't seen what they, because I know that the girl said that he's been banned from such and such parlors, but none of the actual owners of the parlors have come out and say, yes, we banned Justin Tucker. We were cited with this complaint on this day, on this day. That'll pretty much kill it, for everything. But the big thing is Justin Tucker is a kicker. And that doesn't hold the same weight as a quarterback, as a franchise player, a guy who you give your franchise to. Justin Tucker is 40 years old. He about to be out the league. He just had his worst season in his whole career. He's not accurate anymore. He used to be a great kicker,
But I'm
but
just telling you how they're
Deshaun Watson
reporting
was
it.
a young 25-year-old franchise quarterback who was about to be on the market, something that had never been seen before in the NFL. So the situations are accounted. I understand the allegations are similar, but the importance of the player is totally different. Deshaun Watson is on a whole nother level
But let
than
me say,
Justin
I'm
Tucker.
just saying the way they reported it. That's not. I'm not saying that their situations, the allegations are similar. They're both NFL players, and that's probably where the difference is the way it has been reported. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So whether he is, a stellar quarterback, and I guess what you're trying to say is they both had to have the same position, had the
Right. A
same
quarterback
situation.
is
So
gonna
then we can
get
see how they do it.
a
I
quarterback is
just,
gonna get covered differently than a kicker. Now, if Josh Allen had been caught with these allegations,
I
it'll be
think it would
all
have
on the
been.
news.
I don't think
It'll
so.
be it'll be everywhere because now you're talking about the Buffalo Bills possibly losing their quarterback for a certain amount of games going into next season, and he just won the MVP. Now that'll be the only thing, but Justin Tucker just doesn't move the needle for a lot of people, even though they are covering it. It's just not to the same extent as you would do a franchise quarterback. That's just
I
my
think you
thought on it.
sound like the people. I
I mean,
think
I
you
just
sound like
think that. I mean, that's just my thought on it. I could care less about just Tucker. He a kicker. I
right.
really and I think the same thing I think about Justin Tucker as I think about Deshaun Watson. I like these allegations seem bogus to me.
And
And
whether they're bogus or not, I'm just saying fair coverage. And I
right,
know
right,
you're trying
right,
to say, well, it's because of which one is which, but it's
right.
it's so if that's like saying if well, and that would get different coverage. If a random dude raped me and oh God, don't put that in heaven in the name of Jesus. Somebody
Right.
robbed me and somebody famous robbed me, it's gonna get
It'll
different
be
coverage.
different
But
coverage, right.
but
Right.
I wanted to get
Just
out.
like
I want
with
you
the
to
Steve
find them
Smith
just like you
story.
found either one of them because they both wrong.
Just like with the Steve, if this dude wife would have cheated with, if she would have cheated with me,
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about it.
he wouldn't even call me.
He would.
He wouldn't even be like, Rike, I see you in the phone, man. You done knocked my wife down. He'll be like, who is this? That I don't know that, but he know, oh, that's Steve Smith Sr. Oh, I can make some news. I can
And I
make
can
some
make some
headlines.
money.
Right. I
He
might
should have
even
just
possibly
threatened
make
to
some
like,
money.
I'm putting
But
this out there unless you pay me. He should have blackmailed him.
I mean, extortion is illegal, but
That's okay. I ain't
I
never
feel
seen
you
you
on
did
that.
it.
But this my whole thing, going back to Smitty. If you know this man, this woman was married. That's just to me that's out of bounds. I don't.
But
If I,
she knew he was married.
it
So
doesn't
why she
matter.
not out of bounds?
She's definitely. Oh, she's definitely out of bounds. We ain't,
Why
that
she
goes without
definitely out
saying.
of bounds, but he
Eh,
not definitely out of bounds.
No, I'm saying he's out of bounds too because hell, he married. But I'm
Right. Yeah.
saying
That's probably why they thought it was a good idea because we ain't got nothing to lose.
no. This woman is a married woman. That's out of bounds. Yeah. In my life, I've never knowingly slept with a married woman. And I done been with some married women, but they were like they weren't married. And then later on it finds out they
They
were
married.
separated, but they weren't married to the point where they going home every night to this guy.
Mm,
No, that's
that's out of
that's out of
bounds.
pocket. Right.
Out of
You don't
pocket.
that's immoral. If I sleep with a man wife, I understand that man might want to come kill me. I gotta protect myself.
That's
Now,
true.
I've been with some women who were engaged to be married,
Okay.
And story time.
Right. Story time with Naughty. Everybody,
Both
get your
both time
blankets, get your pillow.
both times they got caught. And
Really?
one time the girl got, and I don't know if it's not a coincidence, but for whatever reason, both these girls' name were
Don't tell their
um
names.
yeah, their name was Brandy. It don't matter what their name was. Both of them had the same name.
Brandy.
Right. And so the
That's
first one, right, just get to the point where she got caught. I'm hanging out with her we in college Saturday. A lot of folk go home on the weekend, but I stayed at college. That was my home. So I'm hanging out with her. We go to the Dairy Queen. This dude's sister pull up behind us in the drive-through. So she tried to, hey girl, yeah, hey, get back to the dorm, chilling out. Door get kicked in. Boom. It's him. He done bought his homeboy out there and everything. Dragged her out and went to the car, and I had some of my stuff in the car, But anyway, I'm in the room. His homeboy outside the door. He just waiting for him to get back out of dealing with his girl or whatever. So I hop on the phone. I call my folk. I let them know, hey man, I might need y'all to come up to this dorm right quick. It's some four corner stuff going on. We might have to handle some business.
some folk corner stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
some four corner stuff going on. I'll explain that another time.
Okay.
But so when he came back, his homeboy said, hey man, I heard him on the phone, man. He talking about some four corner stuff, man. We might not need. So he came in and he said, he just talked, he just, hey man, you knocking my girl down. What. I'm like, hey man, you gotta talk to her about all that stuff, man. Don't be, coming at me with it, man. I'm just hanging out, man. I'm just cooling. Whatever we got going on, you talk to her about it. Y'all handle that y'all self. And then
It's just like, ain't nothing going on. She's just my friend.
no, I ain't gonna, no, I ain't, cause I ain't in the lying business.
You need to be.
No, I ain't in the lying business. I'm always honest and telling the
You
truth.
should have told her what she didn't tell you. I didn't know, man. If I
I
had
just told
known.
him he got to take that up with her. You can't really come at me with that. That's between y'all. So he left and his homeboy left.
But look at how you doing with you want Steve. You was okay with
No,
like
but she
dude
wasn't
talking.
married though. She was 19. She was probably too young to even be in that situation anyway. I just saved him and I saved her. But he was mad.
Y'all making a mistake.
He was mad enough to come in and kick the door in and drag her up out of there. I got it. And the other girl, I told her, I said, look, because she said she was engaged. I had been in that situation before. So I told her, you engaged, respect that man, we don't need to, go there. But I told her, I said, you sit in my lap, we gonna run it. She sat in my lap. Okay, we ran it. He called her the next morning. Do you know this girl told her that she hadn't done what she hadn't done?
He did what now?
He called her and she was like, baby, I'm sorry.
I cheated. I didn't mean that.
Right. I'm still there. Oh, I need to talk to him. Put him on the phone. I was like, Shaw, don't put me on the phone with this dude. I ain't got nothing to do with me. He was supposed to be in the service. He in the military and all this. You gotta talk to him. He gave me the phone. Man, I'm gonna kill you. I got some boys who in the Marine. They stationed right around the corner. They coming to get you. I'm like, man, why you put me in this drama? So what I'm saying is, they weren't even married. These are engaged people. And the amount of emotions that they carried on, I get it.
Yeah,
So if you,
I get it.
I just think Steve Smith was out of pocket. He got to know better than that than to sleep with a married woman. And she ain't even know high value chick. Did you see this chick? This chick is like, at best, she's I give her a 6.
Maybe she got some fire head.
Man, clearly,
maybe her teeth come out.
Clearly, I don't know. I guess some great head can do it to you, but you got to find out about the head though. You got to, when you first see her, you don't just know automatically, man. She got some good. I bet she got some good head. That's all.
Right. That's not like a thing people think.
Right.
Mocha Bella wants to know that either of those Brandies have an engagement ring on her finger.
Yeah. That's how I knew they was engaged. the girl, I didn't know she was engaged at first when I started talking to her, the first one. And I said, and I saw the ring on her finger. I was joking around. I said, that's a nice ring on your finger. You must be engaged. We had already been talking about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. She was like, yeah, I done got engaged. I was like, oh, for real? So I tried to, not even really fool with her like that, but I mean,
Couldn't help it.
she wouldn't let off. She wouldn't let off. And she was, she had a good spirit about herself. So,
I
I went on
mean,
ahead and ran it. But
Loose Nick said he dated 2 girls named Brandy in the past. They both had that fire nuisance. Lord, yes. Must be a Brandy thing.
I have no idea. It might be. It might be. It might be the same Brandon's I'm talking about. One of them, she moved. I think she moved to Texas. Lou Nick, I might need to put you
Hit him
on one
up,
of
Loose
those.
Nick. Y'all
I
might have
might
hit
need
the
to
same
hit Lou Nick
Brandy.
up on one of those Steve Smith calls.
Right. You messing with my Brandy? You got my
Right.
Brandy?
See if he tell me, hey man, I'm sorry, man.
My bad. Brandy out here wilding.
Yeah, these Brandons out here be boy, they ready to go. They not loyal.
Get
I tell you that.
it. These hoes
All
ain't
right,
loyal.
let's take a small break and we're
Small.
gonna get back and we're gonna I think you got some good stuff for Black History.
I
So we're gonna
do.
get into that.
We're gonna get into a little Black history, little known facts, because we talk about the same folks all the time. Not Notty. Notty gave us great African history facts for the last 3 weeks, but we're gonna talk about some people that you may or may not know, or some things about them that you didn't know.
Yeah, this is the No Show with Arle and Notty. Make sure y'all hit that like, that subscribe, and share with somebody. Let them put them on to the game, And we'll be right back right here on the No Show.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
A Negro needs to know. What's up, y'all? I had one little thing to tell. Not one little thing I want to say. I had no idea that was going to turn into a commercial for Bay. What is it? Bay 11 Towing.
11, Bay 11
Yes, Bay
Towing.
11
Melvin
Towing.
Echo. Shout out to Melvin.
Yeah, shout out Melvin. I didn't know that was going to be the commercial. So I'm just watching myself the whole time. My ADHD just going. I'm just a dancing. I was like, what the hell was wrong with me that day? Like, I ain't take my little medicine. Sorry, can't. Football. Shout out to
Real Scott
Real Scott.
with them
Real.
shirts, man. I appreciate that.
Nice, Real is a nice guy. Shout out to them Eagles.
But you ain't know that was gonna be a commercial.
I didn't know when they made it a commercial. I don't know. Like we all, sometimes we do live reads. I know they're gonna turn it into like a. I was like, I'm just a dancing. Because I was about to say something else. He said, have you ever been sat on the side of the road? Arlen said, yes. And I was about to, that was like, and I went back. It was funny. I said, God, I see that every time we show it. Shout out to him.
Right,
But
you're
yes,
natural.
just a moving and a grooving. Okay, so y'all, I went online and this is how we're going where we're going. I'm gonna explain it as we go because I need y'all to see how my mind go. It is. So, okay. I was looking at Black history facts and I was like, do people really know who created or started us on the search for Black history that turned from Black History Week during because Frederick Douglass's birthday and Lincoln's birthdays were right there on the 12th and the 14th. So we had Black History Week that was celebrated there to turning it into a month. The father of Black history, Carter G. Woodson. Yay! So, Harvard-educated historian and author is credited with creating Black History Month. He was inspired after attending the 50th anniversary celebration of the 13th Amendment, where various exhibits portrayed events in African American culture. With a mission to amplify Black people's contributions and achievements, Woodson went on to create what is now known as the Association for the Study of Afro-American Life and History, ASALH. I talked about it was the second week, and then it became the full week. And so as I'm looking at him, he was the second African-American to graduate from Harvard. So I'm like, well, who was the first one to graduate from Harvard? Which is how we got to W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Graduated. W.E.B. Du Bois. And let me just give y'all a little note. W.E.B. Du Bois, his granddaughter, Dr. Du Bois Williams, because she took her dad's last name, and her grandfather's last name, and then her last name was Williams. She was my advisor in college, and she was the granddaughter. So she had such great stories and such a love and thirst for like Black culture. She taught me Black Psych and some other class that was really, really like, wow. But he was an American sociologist, socialist, historian, and Pan-Africanist civil rights activist. That was a full mouthful. He believed in educating ourselves. He believed in all Pan-Africanists believe in the uplifting and the unification of all of the people that came from the African diaspora, and us not bowing down to the man, that we need, fight for our rights to no colonization, get them people out of here, racism and slavery. Boo, none of that injustice. So once the Second World War had ended, he engaged in peace activism and was targeted by the FBI. They be coming for you if you're trying to uplift your people. He spent the last years of his life in Ghana and died in Accra, Ghana in August of 1920. Lord, he was born in 1895.
He was over the hell.
Right. He was over there. They said good living. He passed in 1963, and he was an amazing author, which then led me down the road. He helped to start the NAACP in 1909. Well, then who helped him to start the NAACP? Walter White. Woo, Walter White.
Not the Walter White I knew.
So, what the Walter White, you talking about the one on Breaking Bad?
Who had that MILF, right?
Yes. So I didn't realize they had the same name until today, and did not realize that Walter White was not a man. Not a white man, because there's a school in Atlanta, Walter White Elementary School, or was, and at some point elementary school, and I didn't know that it was named after this gentleman. And of course, he was a civil rights leader and the executive secretary of the NAACP. He helped to start the NAACP with W.E.B. Du Bois. He was among the nation's preeminent champions of civil rights. With blonde hair and blue eyes, he could pass, like passant blanc, as they say in Louisiana, as white as he could identify. He opted still to be a Black man, and he was able to go undercover to witness, like, and investigate more than 40 lynchings and race riots in the years following World War I. There's a story out about him now on PBS that you can watch for free called The Forgotten Hero, Walter White and the NAACP. And it aired yesterday, and it started yesterday. It will go till March 26th. So that's 3 notables: Carter G. Woodson, W.E.B. Du Bois, Mr. Walter White, which then when they start talking about NAACP and the fight for that, somehow the assassinations attempts of Shirley Chisholm came up. Notty mentioned Shirley Chisholm the other day. He said he would have voted for her if she ran. Shout out to Shirley Miss Chisholm was the first Black woman to run for president of the United States. She survived 3 assassination attempts during her 1972 campaign. She refused to drop out of the race. Now, of course, when she goes to the National Democratic Convention, they selected George McGovern instead, but she left a lasting impression. She was the first Black woman as a House of Representatives. I think she represented New York, and her theme was unbought, and unbossed. She was very big in women in political arenas, like getting them in. She was a part of the starting the Black Caucus. So shout out to Shirley Chisholm. Now, don't ask me how I got to this next one because I can't remember, but I think it was on this list of things you don't know about people of color. And I mentioned it the other day that cowboys really were Black people because before the Civil War, enslaved Black people made up more than a quarter of Texas's population. Many of these people were skilled laborers who herded stock and broke horses. The term cowboy was originally an insult for Black men who worked with cattle. Black cowboys were often assigned wild horses to train for riding. Black cowboys were written out of history, and Hollywood's conventional image of cowboys is a white man. But that was not the truth. So many things. And I found this page that said it was a Black History Month trivia. They named like the first Black African-American child to be born, listed as born in the colonies. It had Vermont as the first. I didn't know this. Vermont was the first colony to ban slavery in 1777. Shout out to Vermont. And there were some things like, did you know that baseball legend Jackie Robinson had an older brother named Matthew Mack Robinson who broke the Olympic record in 1936 in the 200-meter dash? However, he took home the silver medal because he finished behind Jesse Owens. Didn't know Jackie Robinson had a brother that ran track in the Olympics. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
So it's so many things they don't ever
There's
talk
so
about.
much greatness, right?
We talk about the same things. I didn't know Shaka Khan sang Reading Rainbow. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It said the theme song to public television's popular children programming, Reading Rainbow, is sung by Shaka Khan. Now I gotta go back.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't know.
Rest in peace to Roberta Flack. I don't know if you had planned on talking about that tomorrow, but Roberta Flack passed a couple days ago. So shout out to her. I know you know some Roberta Flack songs.
Thank you. Oh my God, Roberta and Peep. What was it? She sang with somebody. She had a song. Jesus is not gonna come to me. I think she first sang that song that Mary J made
me
famous
softly.
again. Yes. Right. Oh no, not Mary J. Lauryn Hill.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Strumming my pain with his fingers. Yes. Oh, Roberta.
That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that all day.
I don't know she died.
I
saw somebody post it. I didn't see them post it. I saw somebody talking about, oh my God, I got somebody posted in our music group. I got Roberta on rotation all day, but it didn't hit me. I couldn't see where they said something else, so I didn't know what they were talking about.
Right. I didn't know that Luther Vandross was a backup singer for Roberta Flack.
She's the one who pushed him out the nest.
Right. She had to fire him so he could go on his own and become the great Luther Vandross. So I mean, it's a lot of so much history to take in, to learn. That's why I'm like, man, really, Black History Month is 28 days. Right. It should be every day.
It is every day.
Our accomplishments are, not enough to even put in the whole year. We have to know about these things so our children can understand where they really come from. Absolutely. And what they're really made of. And even with that right now, I think that'll help decrease the crime rate. Just understanding, your value.
You're great.
Arle, before we get out of here, I know we had we're not gonna do the what you say now. I had some good stuff too on the what you say.
We can't do one of them. Do the best one.
Yeah, you want to do one on?
Yes, let's just
do
it.
All right. Let me put the graphic up.
What you say? Now?
I got some good ones up here too.
Let's see.
I got some good ones. Let me. Here go the first one I came up. Steve Blank be blank for screwing that man's wife.
Steve might be crazy for screwing that man's wife. No, let me see. I'm gonna say something controversial. Hold on. Steve should be glad for screwing that man's wife. It was good. Whatever it was good. He liked it. What you got?
Yeah. Usually I come up with something off the wall, but for this one, I just say Steve should be regretful for screwing that man's wife.
They was
He,
having
sh- he
fun.
shouldn't he shouldn't have screwed that. He shouldn't have screwed that man's wife. That was messed up, Steve.
Steve, you saw. He said he was sorry. I
Yeah,
think
he
he
did
killed.
say he was sorry. I mean, that's all you can do is say you
I just
sorry.
think he was saying sorry, like sorry, like what?
I mean, he might have just been that way, but at least the dude took it as a slight
That's all you
apology.
got is you
So
sorry.
right, I mean,
I mean,
what else can I do? What you want me to do? I can't take the
I mean,
penis out of her.
I
It's
mean,
already been in.
right. My bad. She fell on it. It wasn't. My bad.
Right.
That's all you got.
My
My
bad.
bad.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
He didn't say it won't happen
I won't do it no
again,
more.
but I'm pretty sure it might not. It won't happen again. It might. I don't know. I don't know their relationship.
My bad.
Steve might got an open relationship with his wife. They might, like that type of thing.
Maybe. And we all mad about it for nothing, honey.
Platinum Boy TV say Steve should be sorry he got caught for screwing that man's wife.
Yeah, that's what no, he's saying. Oh yeah. I thought he was saying, I don't regret getting any newsy. See, sorry.
I'm saying she wasn't even top of the line. Wow, I ain't. But
Oh,
a lot of times when men cheat, they don't cheat up. They cheat down.
me,
I've never
I'm
understood that.
if I tell people that I'm gonna use this word, y'all gonna know if I F, I'm gonna F up.
Right. I don't know why men do that. They'll have a beautiful woman and they'll cheat on her with some chick out the Walmart. The layaway line.
Mocha said Steve can't be sorry for screwing that man's wife. Till Dog said Steve dapped I don't know what he said, dapped up. Stacey McKenzie. Your mama talking about his sorry ass crying. Steve Smith should be sued for screwing that man's wife. Loose dog.
I mean, he might get sued. He might. Look, yep. I would blank my spouse if he or she blank on me. Oh, I got a good one for this one.
Okay, you get yours.
I would love my spouse if she squirted on me.
I hope you love her anyway. I've never figured out how people. I got to go look up. They gotta be. It's probably a class on YouTube to teach you how to squirt.
It's
so out of order.
I can make that happen, but it's a technique.
I heard that.
Right.
Meryl said he would ghost. Let me say he would ghost his spouse if she cheated on me. The new
I feel
undefeated.
The new is undefeated.
He would divorce my spouse if she cheated on me. I would cheat on mine if he cheated on me. Shout out to Miss Stacey. Oh, I don't have one, Lord. I don't even know what I do. I don't have a spouse.
Yeah.
I would dump my spouse if I don't know. I want it to be something just off the wall, living off the wall. I would lick my spouse if he licked on me. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's where the 69 come from.
Hey, there we go.
Right. That's what that's all about.
Go. I thought I was gonna blank his or her, but last time, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I thought I was gonna blank his or her something last time I saw her. So that's supposed to be I, not is.
Right.
Okay.
That's another.
I thought I was gonna fight her last time I saw her. Gonna fight her ass last time I saw her, but I didn't. I was nice. I ain't jump her. Thought I was gonna jump her. Oh, I thought I was gonna jump his bones last time I saw him.
I was gonna say something similar, but it wasn't a good one because it.
I was gonna praise her. No, he said, let me see, skeet on her. I think Till Dog and Loose Necks is for the last one. Praise and nutted, and then Loose Necks is skeet and skedaddle. I thought I was gonna skeet her and skedaddle last time I saw her, maybe. Or skeet and skedaddle last time I saw her. I don't know. Ludacris, what's your fantasy? Yes. What you got, Notty?
Well, I'm a pivot. I'm gonna say I thought I was gonna choke her the last time I saw her.
Okay.
But at first I was gonna say I thought I was gonna eat her coochie the last time I saw her, but that wasn't really.
I mean, go with it. Good
uh,
evening, Griff. What's
yeah,
up?
I don't know. I don't know. I had one for Black History Month too.
Okay.
We the people must blank if we want blank in this country.
We the people must move if we want fairness in this country.
If we move, we
You ain't got
won't
to
get
worry
no
about it.
right. We'll be out of here.
We must come together if we want fairness in this country. We must
Right,
be
right.
one community. What you got?
We the people must fight if we want justice in this country. Right. So that's what we need to do. Well, I wonder what the chat thoughts on what
We
the
must
people must
vote
do.
if we want change in this country.
They got to change the electoral college before that, Miles. Right now, everybody vote don't count.
Till Dog said, we the people must squabble if we want respect in this country. Loose neck, we the people must unite if we want change in this country.
I agree with that. That's a good one, Loose Neck.
I think all of those are great because I'm still gonna vote. I don't care how y'all count it. I'm going up there. I need to have the art of practicing until we change it.
Yeah.
Stand together, Miss Stacy said. We the people must stand together if we want our rights in this country. Yep.
I like that one. One. We got any questions out there? Y'all got any questions? Let's get them in real quick so we can get Arle to bed because she got that C-lid, that posturepedic joint.
No, I'm struggling to like manage all of my emotions after the kind of 3 months I've had, and so it just feel bad. If I get in the bed, maybe won't nobody bother me.
Right. And the medication come with that bed?
No,
No.
I keep meaning to go to the grocery store and get some to make. I make a really good margarita. I love margaritas, but I ain't got the ingredients I need, and I'm not about to leave this house to go to the store and get it. So guess what? I'm gonna have to go to bed. Like they say, you go to bed hungry. I'm gonna have to go to bed sober.
All that time you be on the road, you ain't went to pick you up then?
I don't feel like the stuff I gotta do is mandatory. Like go to the doctor or go pick some up, but I ain't gonna be doing a whole bunch of shopping and looking at stores. I'm looking at stuff I need to go do. I'm gonna get better by next week. I'm determined to like be better. I feel like getting out and getting some good vitamin D.
Vitamin D is good.
It's gonna help, like grow me like a flower.
Right.
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's just so much going on. Loose neck said, how many miles on your car, Arle? Child, when I got my car, I have put 70-some thousand miles on my car since 2021.
70,000? I don't believe that, Arle. You probably did 70,000 in the last 2 months.
No, it's yeah, 70-some thousand. That's a lot. You don't supposed to do 12 to 15 a year. I was supposed to only put 48 on that. I put 30,000 more than that.
See, Arle, if this Till Dog, if we were together, I would make those store runs while you soak your feet at home.
Oh, thank you, Till Dog. Please, we're gonna get married. Because for the longest they had me thinking Till Dog was married. And then Till Dog said, who told that lie? He came in the next morning on the show. I don't know who lied to Arle, but that was not the lie.
Right. Well,
Craig, Uncle Mike. Arle, is that an engagement ring you're wearing? No, it is not. I purchased this ring for myself, and friends have told me stop wearing it on this finger because I stopped wearing it for a long time because it confuses people, but it won't fit on the other one. Like when I got it made.
So you saying that's the only finger that ring fit on?
Yes, it's too big on it won't fit on this one. It won't fit. I've tried. it's too, it'll fit here, but it's gonna
Well,
slide off if I do too much. The next one is this one, and these all get bigger. It only fits on that one. I guess I could probably have a man resize it and make it bigger.
yeah. Cause
It's
you're
my
gonna
silver.
scare
I
off
only wear it when I wear silver.
you
So
gonna scare
no,
off suitors wearing that. They gonna think you already taking
no.
or something. Can't be doing that. You gotta keep yourself open and available.
Oh, that just make you some run through if I'm open and available, Naughty.
I mean,
Just kidding. Mocha Bella, are you guys going to boycott the stores on February 28th because of the DEI? I have been boycotting Target since they made their stance, and some of the other stores as well, Amazon, all that stuff. But I will be making a whole, I'm not shopping on the 28th. I'm going to put gas in my car tomorrow, make sure I don't have to get any gas. I was supposed to go out of town, but I knew that would make me have to stop somewhere and get gas. So I pushed it to the next week. So I'm trying to be a unified.
no,
I didn't
that's
shop
gonna
in the
be a
stores,
no
no
for
way.
me. I've been boycotting these folk for probably about 15 years, but this is definitely a no for me because it just don't make no sense. You got people who on February 28th, they gonna decide they're not gonna go doing no shopping and doing nothing. They gonna stay at the house. If they do go somewhere, they gonna go support small businesses or black businesses or whatever. Okay, it sounds good in theory, but all that's gonna happen is a whole bunch of people gonna go out on the 27th and stock up on the stuff so they won't have to go out on the 28th. So you're gonna spend 2 or 3 times more money on the 27th than not shop on the 28th. It's gonna average itself out. And then on the 20, on the first, you right back in the stores. It does nothing. It puts no dent in nobody's wallet. It makes no change. So that kind of stuff don't even make no sense to me.
I think what it will do, and I do agree with you on some levels and some I don't. I think it shows people's buying power. You will see on the 28th how much people actually spend and how important it is, so that if they have to go forward with the next phase, which there is supposed to be, they were doing a 90-day assessment, and then they were going to determine which, major department stores as a collective we were going to do. Then you really going to see, or you're going to have some idea of what that looks like. My fear is like this store one time, it was this Asian store. It was a hair store, and they told a story about how they had done something bad and people were boycotting out there with signs, and then all they did was put a sign up that said they were going to give 50% off hair, and the folks was lined up wrapped around the thing. There was still people boycotting who had some principle, like still the principle of this thing smoking, but it was enough people who still went in there and shopped, so they made money. And I want us not to keep doing that. I want us to like actively say, no, I'm not going. I'm just not going to go.
We talked about the boycott of the buses in Montgomery a few weeks ago, and what it was like 18 months or
18
something like that.
months.
Okay, that all right. Now you can make some change, but you just gonna stop for one day.
But there were also, they probably did not think, they probably intended to, we gonna do this day, and then if y'all don't do such and such, they had to keep on. And it was people who were breaking the rules. They were getting on the bus, and they were trying to help. Like it's a lot of folks are, man, I ain't doing that. Y'all ain't gonna get me killed. And they were harassing folks about not getting on the bus, and they were firing folks because you didn't ride. It was a lot. I don't know if we got that kind of backbone.
No, black people like to spend money, man. They like to spend money with
but
white
that's
folks.
The point. This girl says it many, many times. Hit them where it hurts, which is economics. It's never gonna hurt. Let me do this hand because I don't need y'all to think I'm married. Hit them where it hurts. Economically, they don't care about your feelings, so I'm not gonna give you no money.
Well,
I wouldn't be the one sitting at the lunch counter. I wouldn't have been fighting to go over there. I'm going over Miss Mamie's house, and I'm gonna pay her whatever I was gonna pay and get my food. I know it's principle. I don't want y'all nasty, no bland raisin and potato salad food, no way.
Right. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people, black people, do a lot of talking, but they action don't follow suit.
That's true. So we're gonna speak positive. We're gonna claim that this time is different. We're not gonna down it. We're gonna speak positive. I am.
I'm hopeful. I mean, like you said, I'm already don't be going to these places anyway. So if y'all boycott, we'll accept you. We'll accept you in the conscious community. Come on over, and hopefully y'all can stick it out for more than one day. Right. Hopefully y'all can stick it out for more than one day. Loose neck. This is to Arle. If we get married, Arle, will Tubi broadcast it?
I don't know if they know me that well, but I can work something out. I figure something out. Like maybe they'll do a show, loose neck. Like we'd have the Arle is loose show or something. Or Arle's not loose because now I'm connected. I don't know. We had to come up with a cute name because I want to know why they call you loose neck.
That's a pause. That's a pause right there.
Okay, we're moving on. We're moving
Right,
on.
right. But my brother got married on what's that, VH1? That's a
Did
wedding
he?
story or something like that.
For
Yeah, yeah,
real?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't go, but he got married on VH1, so that was kind of interesting. I ain't never seen that episode either. Maybe one day I go look for it in
Your
the
brother, you've
archives.
never seen it? Were you there?
No, I didn't go. I didn't go. He had too many rules. I can Nah, too many rules. I gotta break rules when it's a lot of them like that, and I just want him to be
Naughty.
happy on his day. Because this was during like COVID and stuff like that, so you had to took a COVID test and mask, and then you had the
Well,
color thing. And I wasn't finna be doing all that. Not to go to somebody's funeral. It wasn't gonna happen. But I wished him the best though. I did.
well, happy wedding, brother, that your brother didn't come to. Shout out to all the them rattle batches lost that bite. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's symbolic. Yes, Uncle Mike. It's symbolic.
What is
Oh
I
God,
got
they
I
have
got I
fight.
gotta show Griff some love from A&T. There's a next phase announcement in April. The civil rights groups are currently planning. The one in April will be more than a day's boycott. All right, I'm
Yep.
I'm I'm here. I'm here for it. I mean, I want to see it. I encourage that black people unite and stand together for something that they believe in. And like I've always been saying, we gotta be DEI with our money. I ain't no sense in crying
Well, I
about,
don't think we should
you
be
know,
because I mean I'm a diversified and make it equitable to other people. We got to be selfish with our money,
what
give
I'm
it to our
saying
own
is
people. But I know what
I'm
you
saying
mean.
right. How many
We got to
people
give
are
it
out
to our
supporting
people.
black businesses, right?
Hmm.
Stop
I try
spending
with
your
everything
money.
in me, but I still go to Walmart. I still go to the grocery stores. But then they just
Right. I
opened a
mean,
new black grocery store in Atlanta on Washington, well, East Point on Washington Road. I saw the thing for it. So I'm gonna go up there. And the people in the little IG posts were very honest. They were like, they don't have all the stuff in there, but you'll the stuff they have need to become your new favorite. So shout out to
right.
them. I think it's like something and save. I'm gonna look at it
That
right
and
quick.
then you got Seven Under on Moreland Avenue.
Yep.
That
But it's not black
I mean,
owned.
it's a co-op, so it's owned by the community. But a lot of the people, I got ownership in it. You know what I'm saying? A
Okay.
lot of the people who, the farmers, and a lot of black people are part owners of um Seven Under. And then if you look at their board, the fact the board of who runs it and things like, it's a lot of us who are running it. So you know um that's definitely a place that I would.
That's true. I love Seven Under. I used to go there. I used to take dance class over there. I was trying to look up the name of the grocery store. I can't find the name. But I used to go over there and get stuff because we could walk from Little Five Points right there to Seven Under from my dance class. Used to be across from like Bass High School, which is now some lofts or something. But yeah, y'all look for them. It's there. We just gotta, and we can't do our black when they give you service that you don't like or whatever. You still go back in Macy's and Dillard's and Belks and all them places when they don't give you what you want. Just go in there
Right,
and let somebody know, like, listen, this was subpar, and I need us to do better. And I'm not trying to ask you
exactly.
to do. Now I wouldn't ask anybody else to do. But don't say I ain't never going back, and they know I ain't know how to treat nobody. They put my so and so in the blah, blah.
Right. And also, if you own a black business, or something like that, you got to understand that you got to hold your business to a high standard, and customer service is the number one thing that'll keep a person coming back. So just keep that in mind. If you want to own a business, treat your people like they supposed to be treated.
That's right.
Don't be having
Kind. We ain't coming in
attitude and
asking for no discounts. We gonna pay what
right.
we supposed to pay. And if
Keep
we are, we wrong for that. Stop asking them for discounts. You ain't ask Macy's for no discount.
right.
You
Keep
ask
your
for you
facilities clean,
supported that.
and be smile, be courteous to people. It goes a long way. Arlie, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the stools. I know you're gonna have something good for the entertainment
I hope
report.
I do. I'm about to go get my report together. And I know you're gonna have a good
You
funky
know,
four.
you're not about to go get your. Let me tell y'all what Arlie is about to do. This is the no show with Arlie and Notty, right here on the stools. Media Entertainment. Also on Arle's YouTube channel as well as my YouTube channel. Arle is about to go hop in this bed. She's about to go to sleep. She probably gonna go to sleep for 2 or 3 hours, maybe even 4. She's gonna get up about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and she's gonna start working. I might even get a text at 3:30 asking me what I think about X, Y, and Z.
I be awake all this time. I don't go to sleep. I can't focus. It's too hard to focus. So I don't focus. I'll be wide awake. I'm not going to sleep. I just want to go get in the bed. I'm gonna sit right here and do my work. Right now, I'm gonna get my report before 10. No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lie. Okay, I'm gonna get it before midnight tonight. It's not gonna y'all not gonna see it at 3 in. I be wide awake too. That's what kills me. I'm like, why am I up? And then I have to come in and talk. It's be all chipper at 7. Hey y'all.
Right. All right. Well, we appreciate all y'all being in the No Show, contributing to the show, being interactive. Hey man, that's a beautiful thing. We love y'all for that. And until tomorrow, when I'll see you. I got a story. I guess I got a few stories I gotta look up. And next week we'll be right back here on the No Show. Till next time. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, y'all. We love y'all. We'll see y'all in the morning.